Is this what's been happening to you? Just not being able to outstrike your opponent and just taking the blows? And is this what you want to be able to do?
I'm him. Literally him.
I'm gonna use this clip throughout the video because this is a perfect example of someone who just puts on pressure on you with jabs, straights, and just body shots. So it's gonna be a perfect example, and I'm gonna use examples for the video to explain how to counter it and how to counter attack during these flurry of punches. So at first you can see that I'm tanking a lot of the punches, I'm not blocking that much, I'm just trying to counterattack. And the main reason for this is that I'm trying to just learn his attack pattern. As well as you can see that I'm using a lot of my stamina, which is not ideal, but you can get away with it in these beginner leagues because no one really focuses that much on grappling and stuff. So you can get away with it in the beginner leagues, but when you get up in the leagues, you don't do this. But the main objective here is just to learn his patterns. You can see that he's going for a straight jab, then a down body shot. Okay, and then you can see that he goes for some bit of variety here, some overhead, some hooks. But you can see those, like those attacks are easy to see. But the main thing that puts people off is the body shots. So just learn this pattern. He goes for a jab, body shot, jab, body shot. You know that he's going downwards, so you can cover with the uppercut. So that's why you learn it. And then the second thing that you know need to know is head movement. Dodge these attacks, these flurries that are coming at you. And do keep in mind the fact that this is for beginners, so they won't use that much variety, these many hooks, and they will usually be just in a pattern. But once you get in like higher ranks, they won't do that. They'll have some combos and they may repeat, but they'll never like get full on patterns for you to identify. So this is just for beginners. The second thing is head movement. You can see at this point that I start to learn his patterns and I learn that he's going for a down hit. So I try and go for a like right lunge and then an uppercut. You see that, right? And that's what I'm doing. What got me the knockout, because I knew that he was going to do that. So I identified the pattern. I did head move to dodge his upcoming attack, and then did the counter attack. And to like dodge with head movement, you just flick the right stick in any direction. If you give it forward, he like ducks down. If you do it back, he just like tilts his head to the back a bit. This dodges like high overheads and high headshots, like feet kicks. And then when you do it down, he dodges to the right, and when you do it up, he dodges to the left, depending on where your character is situated. But when you combine these, is the main thing. Like when you dodge and instantly you put an input, like a punch or a kick, that's when it gets the best result. What this guy was doing was he was doing a straight jab, then a straight right body shot. I recognized that pattern, and as soon as he did the jab, I dodged to the right. Timing is also important in this step. Like you have two options: either you can block the first hit, then dodge the second hit, and then do the counter attack, or you can directly dodge the first hit and do the counter attack. For me, the first method is more effective, but you can try both, like whatever suits you. So when you combine these two, the head movement and the counter attack, while learning the pattern, what you get is basically a knockout most of the time when you're like late round one or late round. Like when you're in the late round, you get a knockout. The stamina is low, they got damaged. It's practical knockout like 80% of the time. So this is basically the rundown, like summary of what to do. You see the person either attacking you, you either block at first or you directly dodge towards the right or the left. Then you know his pattern. You know you put a hook or a jab or like a body shot. So you act according to that. If it's a body shot, you dodge to the right and do an uppercut. That's gonna be like an 80% of the time guaranteed knockout if you have done a decent amount of damage to his head. And if you do these steps correctly, then this is what you'll get.
I'm him.